As an AMC Theatres shareholder, I attended 3 advanced screenings in the last 6 weeks. Moonfall, Jackass Forever, and The Batman. I watched the movies days before they opened to the public. Should you become an AMC shareholder to join the Investor Connect program for this perk? Before we deep dive into today's topic, I have disclaimers to make. I own stock in AMC Theatres, and I'm a member of the Investor Connect program. I'm also a member of the AMC A-List subscription program that I pay $25 a month out of my own pocket. AMC Theatres provided no compensation or editorial guidance for this video. I was planning to buy shares in AMC Theatres at $2 a share in January 2021, and then a group of retail investors on Reddit blew up the share price to $14. I bought my shares at $9 each when prices dropped in early March. When the share price peaked at $59 in June, I sold most of my shares at that time. The good news was that I made $2,000 in profits and paid off a credit card. The bad news was that I owed short-term capital gain taxes when I filed my tax return this year. I got a whopping $2 back from Uncle Sam. What happened to drive up share prices for AMC last year? AMC Theatres has been a long-time favorite for short sellers who bet that the share prices will continue to drop. If they sell borrowed shares at $10 and later buy back shares at $8, they keep the $2 per share difference. If the share price goes up when they must buy back the shares, the difference comes out of their own pocket. Retail investors turn AMC into a meme stock with a short squeeze on the short sellers. They bought and hung onto the shares, driving up the price higher for available shares. Short sellers had to buy back shares at higher prices, which in turn drove the prices even higher. AMC rocketed from $2 per share in January to $59 per share in June. AMC Chinese owners sold out their controlling position and made a tidy profit. AMC made its secondary stock offering to raise $1.5 billion in cash. The meme stock bubble burst shortly thereafter, and the current share price is $17. AMC started the Investor Connect program to welcome all the retail investors. The initial perks were free coffee, free soda, or free popcorn. Advanced screenings got added on as a perk late last year. If you're an AMC shareholder, you can sign up for the Investor Connect program. Tickets for the advanced screenings are not free. If you're a member of the AMC A-List program, you can use one of your 3 reservation slots. Otherwise, you will have to pay full ticket price. Moonfall had an advanced screening 9 days before opening to the public. Advanced screenings are typically 2 days before opening. Moonfall needed word of mouth to save the disaster flick from being a disaster at the box office. The advanced screenings didn't help. Moonfall bombed at the box office with $10 million in ticket sales for a $140 million production budget. Moonfall was on a regular screen in one of the smaller theaters. The audience turnout filled 50% of the theater. I enjoyed the movie despite the plot holes big enough to fly a space shuttle through. If you haven't seen my video about Moonfall, the link is in the description below. Jackass Forever was on a regular screen in one of the smaller theaters. The audience turnout filled 75% of the theater. I enjoyed the Godzilla-style opening where Johnny Knoxville and crew died gruesome deaths, except towards the end when the monster is revealed to be a penis. Knoxville said in an interview that Jackass 4.5 on DVD will feature all the jokes that weren't in the movie. The Batman was on the big screen in the Dolby Theater. The audience turnout filled 100% of the theater. A couple tried to sneak into the theater to see the movie. Because they weren't shareholders, they didn't have reserved seats. They kept changing seats as shareholders showed up to claim their seats. After bouncing all over the theater for a pair of empty seats, they ended up leaving and not watching the movie. The Batman is one of the best Batman movies ever made. My friend, a hardcore Michael Keaton fan, ranked The Batman as number 2. We both found it amusing that The Batman followed an earlier showing of The Godfather 50 years. The sins of the father were a major plot point in both movies. Should you buy AMC Theatres stock to become a shareholder and see advanced screenings? If you already have a brokerage account and can afford to buy a share, knock yourself out. A friend of mine bought a share inside his IRA account to become an AMC shareholder. If you don't have a brokerage account, you might want to talk to a financial advisor before buying into a meme stock. That's it for today's show. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.